you can't always experience like positive emotions and positive feelings and positive experiences, because if that was the constant, you would never appreciate it. You would never fucking appreciate it because you would have it all of the time. We need duality. We need balance. We need equality, yin and yang. Literally, again, I know I sound like a motivational spirituality teacher. I'm not. I'm just a 27-year-old woman that's coming to a lot of realizations in her life, especially since going on the journey path of spirituality and like self-healing, and just like I've always been existential. I've always had very existential, deep questions in my mind, and I've never really allowed myself to ask these questions out loud or even in my head and try and answer them, because I just didn't feel like that was important enough, in the sense that I felt like being liked and approved by other people and validated was more important, because that's what I was sold as a woman in the society and in my culture specifically, that I just needed to be chosen and liked and found interesting and romantically attractive and intelligent and like all of these things. It was always about how other people perceived me. I never had the space or the room or even like what I felt like permission to explore the sort of intricacies of my mind and of my thoughts. And ever since I sort of allowed myself the space to get to know myself, to heal my shit, to ask myself the questions that come into my head and not like immediately, shove them down because I don't feel like they're important enough, I have discovered so much, not only about myself, but about life in general, about humanity, about our existences as a species on this planet, about the universe, about any questions that I want that come to my head. I'm like, all right, let's answer this. Let's reflect upon this. Let's contemplate. I'm contemplating a lot in the past couple of years, and let me tell you, it is fucking exhausting, but it is also really fucking rewarding, because the realizations that I have come to, that I have allowed to also kind of integrate into my life, my lifestyle, my behaviors, my beliefs, my conversations, my boundaries, like all of it has exponentially improved my life by like 5 million %. I honestly don't even know how I lived before all of this, because I feel like at that point, looking back, I was just living in a loop of like, all right, accomplishing the next thing, accomplishing the next point of validation, getting this next person to like me, getting this next, sort of grade for this essay that I literally couldn't give two flying fucks about, but I just felt like I needed to write this essay. I needed to graduate college. I needed to be validated in regards to my intellect. I needed to, be in constant search of my career and be productive. And it's like none of those things ever made me feel whole. They never made me feel centered. They never made me feel genuinely, actually purposeful as a human being. I just felt like I was doing what I believed I needed to do.